Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday afternoon. I hope you guys are all off to, or you've at least had a great week so far. We're heading into the weekend here, and today we're going to go live with one of my great inspirational friends, Janelle. Jeanette. Wow, long day. Jeanette, and she is going to be telling us about raw vegan beauty. So she is, I mean, when she joins the channel here, you'll see why. But the raw vegan diet is working very well for her, and she's going to share the secrets that she has found to, get into top shape and look your best, and just do what you got to do to look your best. So we're gonna wait for Jeanette to get on here, and then we're going to learn all the secrets. But her book is in the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, as you guys I'm sure have heard, and we are celebrating this amazing package of various raw vegan products, including ebooks, meal plans, courses, recipe books, all these different things, audiobooks. And so, they're all never before seen products and educational items. And so it's super, a super great deal. And it is only, there's her request. Bringing her on. So this show is going to be, there she is.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Janelle here. I'm just kidding. No.
I almost had to restart.
I was listening to the intro and I was like, ooh, super inspiring. I can't wait to meet this person. And then I was like, oh, yeah, no, not me. I thought it was me, and then it wasn't me, but it is me.
It is you.
Yes, it is me. Yeah. No, dude, we just met a few days ago, honestly, through the Raw Vegan Bundle. And yeah, you were just telling everybody about it. And honestly, it's the best deal on the internet for sure. Really the healthiest and best deal for sure.
Yes. So I'm gonna try and get on my game here.
Try.
Yes.
But I'm on mine, so just cut to me whenever needed.
Yeah, that's all we need. That's all we need. So you're going to carry us through this. And this show is going to be, this is for all my lady fans out there who are wanting the down low on, the secrets of Jeanette and how she, does her beauty routine. In your new book, the Raw Vegan Beauty Book, you're covering everything from the hair to the teeth down to the toenails. So, yes. You got it all covered. And so we would all love to hear, first off, kind of just your introduction into, the raw lifestyle. How did you find out about it? How has it, gone for you? And what did that all look like?
Yes. So thank you so much for having me on, by the way. I really appreciate this. I loved our discussion the other day. So guys, if you want more of Matt, go to my live from a few days ago. Awesome discussion about his book, 5-Star Digestion. And so, yes, I wrote a book called The Raw Vegan Beauty Book. I wrote it because, okay, here's the truth. The real truth is, first of all, I struggled my whole life. I thought I was so ugly, so unattractive. I just had such low self-esteem for my entire life. And, honestly, last year in quarantine, I was doing a lot of weird stuff on the internet, like watermelon workouts and just like fooling around, just as you do in quarantine, with fruit, like playing around with fruit, as always. And I used to try to make people laugh by like just shoving fruit in my face, and the watermelon would get everywhere and it would be a serious mess. And after a few weeks of this, right, I noticed my skin looked even better. And I was like, wait, what's going on? I haven't changed anything. I don't use any products. It was literally, I was rubbing fruit on my face.
Wow.
And that is how the beauty book started, because I'm not into skincare. Like I cleared up my acne going raw vegan. And so I don't feel the need to use any creams or potions or lotions. But ever since last year in quarantine, I noticed a big difference in my skin from just fooling around on Instagram Live, you know, working out and then opening the watermelon and like shoving it in my face and whatever. So that's how it started. And
Okay.
so now in my new book, I talk about my journey to, you know, realizing what really makes a big difference physically and emotionally, because a lot of us are, there's a lot of women out there that are so attractive and so beautiful and they don't know it. And I'm tired of it. I'm sure you are too. And everyone is tired of these beautiful women who are the, you know, they're always the same. They're always beautiful. And they're like, no, no, I'm so ugly. Oh, this is a bad hair day. Oh, no, this old thing, you know, the whole thing that women do. And
Yeah.
we're taught to do it as a society because I don't know. It's almost like we are not supposed to feel beautiful or like have self-esteem. Honestly, it's like, you know, being humble is like, it's a fine line, right? Between like
Yes.
really talking bad about yourself and having low self-esteem and being humble. Okay, we're all beautiful in different ways, right? We all look different, thank God, right? Because
Yeah.
it seems like everyone looking the same would be so boring.
Yeah.
And as a woman, I've definitely struggled a lot with my self-esteem, looking in the mirror as a teenager and in my 20s, just seeing the acne and just feeling so unattractive. And I totally relate to every single person out there that is feeling that right now. What really helped me is changing my diet and changing my mind. Okay, so both go hand in hand. And so I went raw vegan in 2012. I'll never go back to eating back to eating animals or processed food. As far as cooked food goes, I don't see anything wrong with whole cooked foods. You know, if you
Yeah.
feel good, if it serves you, you know, to put some cooked food in a big salad, then do that. I don't see anything wrong with that. And I once in a while might do that. If I go to somebody's house and they have a sweet potato and a big salad, I'll eat that. You know, I don't
Yeah.
see anything wrong with that. I'm not going to feel my best the next day, but I don't see that as a poison anymore. You know, when I
Yeah.
first went raw, I did see that as poison for many, many years, and it's not. In fact, Matt, I'd like to get your opinion on this. So when you first went raw, were you eating things like cacao and like the raw vegan gourmet stuff and the nut butters and all that stuff? And like, did it affect you in a negative way?
Um, yes, I did. I was eating cacao, and some nut butters. I didn't really go too crazy on the nut butters.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Smart.
but but yeah, I was definitely eating, let's see, cacao. I did eat more cashews, which now I actually tend not to eat cashews too often. Um, and yeah, just stuff like that. But yeah, it definitely, the more I got away from those sorts of things, the better I would feel. Even today, so now I'll have carob instead of cacao. It just feels a little better to me. And I, sorry, I'm stuck on this chat thing. I was trying to pin the link and
No, you're good. I also started eating cacao, cashews. I was eating a lot of like oil when I first
okay.
went raw, and
Yep.
you know, it helped me because I was previously eating dead animal body parts. So, you
Right.
know, like oil and cacao and cashews, that was health food to me. But over the years, I've realized what I can eat to look the best, and those things are not part of my diet anymore. You know, like to think that I ate so many dates with cashews inside. I'd open the date, put the cashew inside, and then dip it in cacao nibs. And this was like
Yeah.
meal. I would make a meal of this.
Okay.
And I thought it was a raw vegan healthy lifestyle, and it wasn't. So yeah, I don't really know where I was going with this. I don't even know your question anymore, Matt.
No,
We've
that's
had
all
a
right. I
long day,
mean,
both of us.
that's all right. No problem. I mean, yeah, we were
Whatever
just
breaks.
kind of getting into just kind of your backstory a little bit,
Mhm.
so people, can relate to what's going on, and I can relate to a lot of what you said because I used to have self-esteem issues, especially when I started to lose my hair. That was like I thought my life was over from there, and it is marketing and just our culture that makes us feel incomplete without products and makeup and nice hair, you know, all those things. I mean, you have, I mean, it's hard to believe that you had those issues because, you know, people look at you now and you're a very beautiful woman.
I'm a raw vegan icon, Matt.
You are.
Yes, I am the
Yeah.
ultimate raw vegan beauty bundle, all wrapped in one. Yeah.
It's true. So I mean, you know, and what you're doing, putting yourself out there, you know, sharing your story with people is very inspiring. I'm sure, especially to women, but even to men like myself. So I think everybody appreciates that. And so, you know, I think it's just important for people to realize that beauty, you know, we hear it all the time that beauty is more than skin deep. You know, it's not just our outer appearance that makes somebody beautiful. It is, you know, it's a lot of different factors. But I think, you know, for me, I think confidence is beautiful, and I think that self-value, self-worth, and just self-respect is beautiful. And yeah, I mean, when somebody carries themselves with that energy and a good heart, you know, I think that would really, if more people were, you know, displaying those things, they would feel less need to go to the products that are, you know, marketed to us, that industry wants us to believe that we need to be beautiful and to be, you know, loved and all that sort of stuff.
So true, Matt, so true. And I wish that, you know, they taught this stuff in school. You know, they don't teach anything we need to know in school. But, you know, it's crazy because most people will never have access to this kind of information even, you know. They'll live their whole lives thinking they're not good enough, thinking they need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on skincare and makeup products, things that actually are toxic to the human body. Right. And, you know, what you just said was so true. I also think, you know, so confidence, a good heart, you know, good intentions, just putting out love into the world, it really comes back to you. But I think also that beauty comes from passion. If you're living your life with passion, okay, people feel that, and there's something really beautiful about that. All the people I know, like Lena from Pure Vegan Food, she is so passionate. She's so kind, and I've met her in real life many times, and she literally is the same in real life, but even nicer because it's real. You know, on the screen, it's like you don't really know who that person is. They can be fake. There's so many fake people out there, honestly. Right. Yeah. I've met many fake people that are not the same as they are on social media. So when I met her, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful because she was so nice and so passionate. And she just really wants to help people and inspire people to eat healthy. So yeah, I totally agree. So much more comes from the inside than the outside, because I'm sure people watching have met someone really beautiful and then they become ugly once you start talking to them and you get to know them. Yeah. You know, like the most beautiful people in the world, if they're ugly, they're acting ugly, if they're being mean or condescending or, you know, just like not a nice person, they become unattractive immediately. So great point there.
Thank you. Thank you. So I guess maybe we should talk about, so since your book is about, you know, finding natural solutions to some of these toxic beauty products, you know, what are some of your favorite ways to help people find, you know, what are some of your favorite alternatives to these toxic makeups that people wear?
Yes, great question. So in the book, the Raw Vegan Beauty book, Pure Sea Moss, it is called the Raw Vegan Beauty book. If you click the link in my bio or Matt, whoops, sorry. Someone tried
lost you for a second.
Call me. Okay. If you click the link in our bios, either one of our bios, you can check out my new book, the Raw Vegan Beauty book. It also comes inside of a bundle. And my book's going to be $30 and the bundle's $50. So you might as well get the bundle. Like that would be so sad if somebody just bought my book for $30 and missed out on 54 other amazing books, including Matt's book, Doug Graham, Raw Food Romance, Chris Kendall. We got Chef AJ in there. We've got Ted Carr, all these amazing raw vegans. But so yeah, do it now before Monday because the sale's over on Monday. But so some of my favorite tips and tricks. Okay. So as somebody who suffered from cystic acne from the age of 12 to 26, the number one thing that I did was not actually change my diet. The number one thing I did to clear my skin was get a colonic. I cannot recommend this enough. I can't remember if we talked about this, Matt. I think we did.
A little bit, yeah.
Yes, but I highly recommend colonics. If you cannot afford a colonic at this time, because it can be pricey, right? I would recommend, you know, looking into an enema bag. That can help as well, doing an enema at home. But something about colonics, it goes much more deeper than an enema can go. Much more water is involved. And what happens is your skin is a direct result of what's going on inside your body, specifically inside your large intestine, also known as your colon. So when you have crap and rotting old fecal matter, sorry guys.
Hey.
You're following two raw vegans. You're going to hear the word fecal matter once in a while.
Exactly.
If you have old rotting fecal matter in your colon, it is going to try to come out through your pores, okay? Our skin is our largest organ in our body, and it is the second organ of elimination. It's the largest organ of elimination, but it's the second most predominant one. The first being the colon, and the second being the skin. I promise you, if you clean up your diet, if you eliminate the things that are causing your skin issues, the oils, the animal products, okay, dairy, number one, but dairy and meat and fish and all these byproducts from animal cruelty. If you eliminate the processed junk food, if you start adding in the fresh, ripe, delicious, juicy fruit, the smoothies, the smoothie bowls, the salads that Matt teaches you how to make, the dressings, the zucchini pasta, all the alternative. If you start doing that and you get a colonic, I'm telling you, your skin can change very, very quickly. I was eating raw vegan for months and my skin was the same. Actually got a little worse, but then, because I was detoxing, you know?
Right.
But then I got a colonic and within 24 hours, Matt, my skin cleared up. Like it didn't look perfect. You know, I still had a lot of acne scars and that took years to heal. Okay. But immediately I couldn't believe it. It was like magic. My skin was so much less oily. My hair was so much less oily because I was just, if anybody knows those papers that you blot on your face to get rid of oil, I was going through like a pack a day. I was like a smoker, like a pack a day because I was so oily because I was eating so much oil. And so that is my number one tip. Deal with your insides because that's that's the biggest factor of what you're going to look like on the outside. Yeah. Somebody asked a great question. Well, somebody said, LOL, poop, it's part of life. Yes, it is part of life. Right. At least 3 times a day. It should be part of your life. Now, yes. Top 3 juicy fruits. Ooh, Matt, would you like to answer that first?
Well,
think about it.
I mean, I think the fruit, you know, we're very similar in a lot of ways. And one of those ways is that our logo essentially is both a watermelon.
I noticed that. I was like, Matt is literally coming for my position as the #1 watermelon raw vegan.
It's true. I'll leave. You're gonna stay at #1.
Thank you.
I'll happily employ #2.
Okay.
So I would go.
Yes.
Yeah, watermelon. Even though it's hard because watermelon for me, anyways. The access to good watermelons has seemed, I don't know if it's in other parts of the world, but for me, the quality has gone down in recent years than it used to be. But when I can find a good watermelon, it's one of my all-time favorite juicy fruits for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I wrote down mine and watermelon's #1. I just drew a watermelon.
Nice. Do you want me to do my next 2?
What? Sorry.
Do you want me to do my next 2 or do you want to switch off?
Okay, how about we say our #2 like at the same time?
Oh, okay.
Okay?
You can do that.
All right.
Well, hold on. Give me 1 second. I gotta make sure I know which one I want to say. Okay, I'm good.
Meaning like if you could only have 3 juicy fruits for the rest of your life.
Ooh.
Yeah, game changer. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. I think I know.
Thank you, Watermelon Online, for the great question. Any fruit-based questions, please send them my way. That's what I live for. Okay, so you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, on the count, when I say one, so three, two, one.
Okay.
Okay, three, two, one. Papaya.
Concord grapes.
Oh, Concord grape specific.
Yes.
Okay,
The other,
wow,
I like other grapes, but Concord
great.
grapes are by far, I mean, they're just, ugh, I love them.
I kind of messed up because I should have said mango, but I
I thought,
said papaya. I said papaya because honestly, there's nothing more hydrating, in my opinion, than papaya for breakfast. Like,
yeah.
I mean, watermelon is queen for sure, but there's something about a papaya that's so filling and juicy and just, I swear, it really helps my skin look beautiful when I eat papaya.
Yeah.
Watermelon too, but papaya. Okay, and what's your third one, Matt, if you had to choose?
Yeah, I think I would go with mango.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I wrote down longans because I have an
Okay.
obsession with longans. When
Yeah.
they're good, it's like you've had longans,
Oh yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
To me, they taste like cream soda.
Mm.
Like, oh my gosh, what a treat. If you haven't had longans, they're the little brown fruits that you maybe might find in Asian markets. I saw them the other day, so they might still be available,
Yeah.
even though they're not in season anymore. But longans, so, so, so good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, great question.
Yeah, definitely.
I forgot what we were talking about, but something to do with beauty. Oh, yes. You wanted to know my tips for looking your best, okay?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
my top skin tips specifically, because I know that I was given acne for so long, such painful, horrible acne, so that I could find a way to cure it and then help other people cure it. I know for a fact. So, like, yeah, I suffered for a long time, and I just want everyone to know that's watching. If you're suffering with something, if you're dealing with an obstacle or some type of problem in your life that seems unfair and seems like too much for you to handle, you were given this for a very specific reason. Your problems were given to you for you to fulfill your life purpose. Okay, so see your problems in a different light. Your problems are the best thing that can ever happen to you. I know that's really hard to hear sometimes. It's hard to hear when you're in the middle of it, but you were given this for a reason, to find a solution and then help other people find a solution.
Yeah.
So so I was definitely given that in order to find out that it is not anything that we cannot fix. Okay, our skin. Listen, change your diet, eliminate animal products, alcohol. Okay, eliminate alcohol. Like, I would not even recommend it once a year, because would you drink rat poison once a year?
Not me.
Not Matt. No way. Number two watermelon man in the world. No way.
That's
But
right.
so don't, think of the food that you're eating as poison, because it literally is. A lot of food should be illegal. A lot of times you see those memes, I'm sure you've seen them, Matt, where like there's ingredients to something, and in the UK the ingredients is totally different. You
Yeah.
seen those? Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and it's just like, why are these ingredients here allowed? Why are they legal? Because we have a corrupt system, guys.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And you go to the grocery store, and I was talking about this earlier with somebody. You go to the grocery store, and all of the cereals and all of the yogurts and all of the packaged food is colorful and bright and beautiful to replicate the food we're supposed to be eating. We are very attracted to bright, beautiful, colorful things. Okay, beautiful things like watermelon. Okay, like papayas, like mangoes, like grapes, all these beautiful colors. Okay, so that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to sell us these things that we don't need and we really don't want. We just think we want them because we might be addicted to them. So you've got to get the stuff out of your diet and bring stuff in that you're supposed to be eating. Get the crap out, bring the good stuff in. And then, very, very important, you've got to slowly transition your way away from wearing makeup. Makeup is toxic to your body, and you'll never heal. You'll never heal. It's almost like, okay, it's almost like you have a cut, and every single day you are just pouring acid on the cut. Okay, it's never going to heal. All right. You can, you can pour better acid, like organic acid on, or like more expensive acid, but it's still acid and it's never going to heal. We have to deal with the fact that we have a problem, okay? And if we want a solution, we've got to change something we're doing. If we keep doing the same thing, we'll get the same result. Our skin will not look better until we treat it differently, okay? I would recommend things like 100% pure makeup, okay? I would recommend like more natural alternatives. There's a whole list of them in my book if you're interested in more natural, vegan, cruelty-free, non-toxic alternatives. But I believe these are still toxic, and I'm really grateful that I don't have a big following, because if I had a big following, I might have partnered with a makeup brand and then I'd have to say that they were non-toxic. But honestly, 100% pure and all these amazing, better vegan makeups are still toxic to the human body. If you can't eat it, it's toxic, right? So you can't eat these weird ingredients in the makeup. So it's better than drugstore, but it's not something you should be putting into your body. And yes, everything you put on your skin goes into your bloodstream. The average woman consumes 5 pounds of makeup throughout her lifetime.
Wow.
So it's like the average woman eats 5 pounds of makeup. And that can honestly contribute to many undiagnosed symptoms like headaches, chronic fatigue, IBS, all these other things that, you don't know why you have them. Yeah. Somebody wrote, I think you talked to Ocean about that. Yes, I'm sure I did. 100% your obstacles are blessings in disguise. Yes, and I recently tried soursop and it's unreal. Oh my gosh, soursop I wrote down too, because I didn't know what to do, I only got top 3.
Yeah, I know, it's so hard. There's so many great fruits, and it's almost impossible to put them into the, like a top 3, because
it is.
There could be so many. But yeah, I love that you talk about that, and even pointing out that even the high end, like so-called clean makeups, yeah, they're still full of chemicals that you would never want to consume. You would never want to eat them. So why put them on your skin? And so when you came to this realization, I imagine mindset was a big, factor in getting over. Was there fear in getting rid of makeup? Were you afraid, like, oh, what are people gonna think? Or, for making that leap, and how did mindset help you get through that?
Yeah. Good question again, because mindset is everything. Yeah. Honestly, the change to the mind, the brain thinks you're dying when you try to change, because the old you is dying. Mm-hmm. So even you can be suffering and your brain can be like, no, this is better than change, because at least we know what we're doing. All right. Same with the diet. Okay, you can be suffering, you can be overweight, you can be so unhappy, you can be miserable, binging, and just being in a constant cycle of dieting and starving and binging. But you might not change because your brain, it's so hard for your brain to do that, to actually consider being a different person. It's almost like you're dying. So I had a very bad struggle with getting rid of makeup, and lucky for me, I went raw vegan 100% overnight, and I got really sick. I detoxed a lot. I got a bunch of colonics, 4 colonics in 4 weeks, and that really helped me to start seeing my skin clear up. And so as soon as my skin started clearing up, I kind of eliminated it step by step. So I used to use primer, concealer, foundation, and powder. Okay, 4 things, and setting spray. So 5 things. And so I eliminated the setting spray and the powder, and I just wore the primer, concealer, and foundation. And then once it started getting better and better, I eliminated the foundation, and I think I used tinted moisturizer, concealer, and primer. And then I just used concealer, and then I didn't need anything. Okay, so step by step, it was so much time and money and effort to deal with these skin issues and cover up my skin, and constantly be concerned that I might sweat, or I couldn't go to the beach, I couldn't go in a pool, I was afraid to hug people, I was afraid to sleep over anyone's house. Okay, I literally have slept over people's house and not washed my face. Slept with a full face of makeup before, as a teenager and in my 20s, because I was so embarrassed and so ashamed of my skin. And it is not it is so unfair, like that people don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And that's just, I have to get out to people the truth and like the cure, because it's doable, and it's so liberating once you find out you can control your health. You can take your life and your health into your own hands. So that's my answer. I went step by step, and I understand people watching this, you know, that might have reservations to doing that, but do the steps that I said. Eliminate the foods that are causing it. You know what foods are causing it, the junk food. Okay, we all know what to eat. And then consider getting a colonic. I recommend a gravity method colonic. I have a great woman in New York. If anybody's in New York, I can definitely recommend.
Awesome. Yeah. Wow. I mean, geez, just all the synchronicities with us just keep piling up, because I mean that your story reminded me, and I'll just, you know, I'll share a
Please.
personal story of mine as well that I don't know that I've ever at least not shared online. I don't know why I would have, but
Got an exclusive here, guys.
here it is.
Screen record this, guys.
So when my hair started to thin, I would always try and style it in a perfect way where it covered up the thinning spots in the front. And so then I would use hairspray or like really strong gel. And if I were going to sleep over at somebody's house, I would like set myself up in a way where I wouldn't like roll over and mess up my hair so that it would stay in the same spot the next morning. And,
Oh
and,
my
and
God.
I went years, even through college, where I never took my hat off because, you know, and then I would even style my hair and then put a hat on so that if it ever came off, that it was, you know, didn't look so bad. But yeah, I mean, I was obsessed with it. It like consumed my life. And yeah, so just hearing you, you know, not wanting to wash your face when you went to bed, sleeping over at a friend's house, I went through very similar things.
And now you're the Andre Agassi of the raw vegan world.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
you know, like his book, actually, he talked about this a lot in his autobiography. I don't know if you read it or you listened to it, but he lost matches. He literally lost the US Open because he was so afraid. He had a hairpiece. He used to glue in a hairpiece, like a toupee. And he was so afraid that it was going to come off that he wouldn't run as fast as he knew he could. And he lost the US Open, guys. This is like...
I did not know that.
Yeah, quite an amazing autobiography. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're all just living for other people, to impress other people that don't even matter or care. Most people don't. Nobody cared what my skin looked like. I cared the most. You know, the things we think other people are thinking about us are actually the things that we're thinking about us.
Yeah.
And so this has to stop somewhere. And that's why me and Matt are on a crusade trying to get you to stop caring about, you know, like the things that don't matter, and start focusing on the things that do, which is your health. And then your beauty will shine through. You'll become more beautiful and healthier, the healthier you eat.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
And you know, like we talked about in our last live, you know, talking about just the confidence and the reconnecting with yourself that raw foods brings to you, at least in my case, and it sounds like in your case as well. It's just once you start to clean out your body, clean out your colon of all that gunk, and your systems go, you know, they're back online. You're back in touch with your intuition and with your true inner self.
Your raw intuition.
Your raw intuition, and things just, your perspective changes on so many things, including your self-worth. And you know, you understand that, you know, one, this is just a vessel that we're in, that we should take very good care of and respect it, so that it can give us all the benefits that we, you know, enjoy that we want to enjoy in life. And two, that, you know, there's so many other things that we can spend our time on that are more productive. And when we truly believe in ourselves, and we really, you know, embrace who we are, then our superficial worries that, you know, we've kind of been groomed to worry about, that all kind of just fades away. And so it's just so empowering to start feeding your body right. And then you start to think in a way that is more in line with nature and with, you know, your true purpose.
Yes, I just want to say, because it just dawned on me. So what you just said is 100% true for me. And that's not to say that there's not days and times when I don't feel insecure still.
Sure,
Okay,
sure.
I'm human.
Yeah.
And I still have days where I feel very unattractive, right? And I have bad hair days, or I don't have any bad skin days anymore, honestly. But there's days when I feel very unattractive or fat or whatever, right? And so, but we still keep going. I still put myself out there. I still pretend to be confident, because I know that my life purpose is not about me. Okay, it's about how many people I can help stop eating animals, right? So when you make it about you, it's all about the way you look and your skin and your hair and your body. But when it's about the people you're going to help, you make it about them. And then it's not, like Matt just said, it's not so important what I look like. It's really not. It's important who I can possibly inspire and help overcome what I have overcome. And so we're still like human. We still have insecurities, and I wrote a beauty book, and I'm like talking to people about it, and I'm just like, oh my God, I wrote a beauty book. Like, this is so embarrassing. Like, I'm not beautiful. But then I'm just like, who cares? Who cares? We are here to help other people. We're here to lift each other up. And somebody said a comment that was so, it really hurt me. I had a friend say, somebody wrote, I had a friend say, sorry for my big belly, as they walked into the sauna together. Okay. You know, I used to say this, I used to say things like this too. Like, I remember being at an event, and I took photos with my friends, and I was very overweight, and I said, I'm sorry guys that I'm the fat one. I remember saying that, you know, and just, I remember saying sorry to people for like the way I looked, or I didn't look nice for somebody's wedding or whatever. And it's just like really, really sad the way that we treat ourselves. You know, we're beings too. All these like junk food vegans, Matt, they're like, I'm vegan for the animals. And I'm like, I always say, but you're an animal too. Like, what about you? What about your health? What about your well-being? So
I agree. I agree. And another thing I thought of while you were talking about, you know, the effects of these beauty products, so-called beauty products. You know, they're very similar to pharmaceuticals. And that, what reminded me of that again is the junk food vegans that say that they're in it for the animals, but if they eat junk food and they don't take care of their body, they'll end up using pharmaceuticals, which were, you know, cruelly tested on animals. And so, you know,
good points.
you know,
Good points.
You end up actually causing harm in some way to animals if you are, you know, not that I'm saying nobody should take pharmaceuticals if it's something that they need to at that point, but you know, if you can live in a way that greatly reduces your risk of ever needing to use them, I think we have a responsibility to do that for ourselves. And, you know, if we care about the animals, then we should try and be healthy so we don't have to do that as well. That's just mine.
Totally agree. I totally agree. Hey, Rainey, so nice to see you here. I just wanted, I don't have anything to add to that because that was perfectly well put. I just don't think anything good comes from any processed junk food. Nothing good comes from it. Like, you taste it and it tastes good for a second, and then literally you feel like shit for the rest of the day, for the next day, for the next day, for the rest of the year, your whole life. Like, nothing good comes from when you don't take care of yourself. And it might be hard in the beginning, but it's only hard, okay, because you think it's hard, okay? If you buy, listen, you don't even have to do this. You can just go to Matt's YouTube or my YouTube and get a bunch of free recipes. I have a book, actually. I don't ever plug this, but I'm about to. If you go to 100freerecipes.com, I have a book. It's 100 raw vegan recipes. Cool. And they're easy. They're all oil-free, salt-free, 5 ingredients or less, every single recipe. And you can check that out, and you can find all these amazing, delicious recipes. Okay, so it's actually not hard to be healthy, but it is hard to change our mind. It is hard to change our mind. So that's all. We have to work on our mind, work on our perspective, and stop saying things that you don't want to be true. Stop saying, oh, I'm so unhealthy, or I'm so lazy, or I'm so tired, or it's so hard to be healthy.
Yeah,
Just stop saying it. That's the first step. Just stop saying it.
for sure. Yeah, I agree 100%. And just to come back around to that, I kind of got into two different things. But I was going to say how pharmaceuticals remind me of the makeups. Is makeup covers up the problem, and at the same time, it typically creates more problems in the process. You know, people get more skin issues from wearing a lot of these makeups. And so while you're trying to use this makeup as a way to cover up what you think is imperfections, you end up, just you don't fix the core issue. You cover it up and then create more issues down the road.
That is the perfect metaphor for what I was trying to say before, which is if you have a cut, you just put a Band-Aid on. The makeup is just a Band-Aid. If you want to wear a Band-Aid for the rest of your life, even while you sleep, okay, trying not to move, because that was me too. I was trying not to move while I sleep. I have to sleep on my side, but I couldn't because I had the makeup. In the middle of the night, I used to wake up earlier than everyone else to put back on the makeup. And if you want to do that for the rest of your life, continue what you're doing. But if you want things to change, you have to change, and that starts with your mind. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. And so we have to be open to the possibility of solutions. The Raw Vegan Bundle, honestly, is a great resource because there's so many different topics covered. Skin, my thing is all about beauty and skin. Okay, Matt's book is about digestion with amazing recipes. We've got Ted Carr. He has a course on how to start your own business in a weekend. Amazing course. I took the course. It's amazing. And then we have, all the recipes. We've got Chef AJ on weight loss. We've got how to raise your kids vegan. It's ridiculous. I can't even cover all the topics. I don't know if I missed any, Matt, but I'm sure I did. There's a lot.
Oh yeah, there's so many. I mean, and even just like the meal plans for people that aren't too sure on how to put together their meals, like how to set up their week for what they're going to eat. There's meal plans in there from like Chris Kendall and Olivia Herzog. They've got some meal plans in there that are going to help people just take the second guessing out of it, and they can just follow the meal plan and use the recipe, over 1,000 recipes that we got in there. So I mean, it's like a foolproof way to get into the raw vegan diet.
Yeah, and do it the right way, because like I didn't do it the right way. I kind of messed up my teeth. I definitely regret a lot of things that I did as a raw vegan. I thought I was healthy, so now I call myself a healthy vegan, not even a raw vegan, right? Because I might eat cooked food one day, and that's fine, but I want to be healthy forever, okay? I don't care about being raw. I really care about being healthy, and I was raw, and I wasn't healthy. So, yeah. So, yeah, you'll set yourself up for success, and for years to come, you will not get bored. There's literally, I talked to Chef Ocean today. Did you interview him yet, or did you have him on?
Today as well. I think I was right after you, actually.
Oh, really? Number 2. Yes.
Yeah,
number 1. You're number 2. Okay, so wow, isn't he amazing? Like,
he is, yeah.
Whoa, I didn't know. And, I met him at Woodstock because he was in charge of the food and I was in charge of all the volunteers. And so we were running around like, crazy people, like working the whole time. And I didn't know how amazing he was. So in his book, he has like raw vegan sausages, dal. He's got raw vegan, like barbecue, meatloaf. He's got like everything, these crazy, amazing recipes, all nut-free, oil-free, and like things that I never thought to put together. And it's very simple, very easy. And so have you ever been to Woodstock, Matt?
Unfortunately, I haven't. I've always thought about it, and it just never happened.
You got to get there. I mean, I was raw vegan for 6 or 7 years before I went, actually. Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know, like I was scared to go by myself. And now that I go, like if that's a ridiculous excuse, if anybody wants to go to a fruit festival, especially Woodstock Fruit Festival, you know me. So that's already one person, but honestly, it's the most loving, amazing vibe there. Like the people are so nice, and it's definitely because everybody there eats a love-based diet. Like everything that you eat in the raw vegan diet, all the fresh, beautiful fruit and vegetables, it's all like from love, the source, you know, it's from nature. And so when you eat that, you feel that. And the opposite is true too. When you eat death, when you eat cruelty, when you eat things that are made purely for profit, okay? I'm talking about the vegan junk food now, purely for profit. You have that vibration inside of you. That's greed and just like, honestly, it's evil by default. Yeah. It's evil by default. So don't eat that vibration if you don't want to feel that, those emotions.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I like to think of it as food is more information than anything, and what we put into our body for food, our body has to read. It's like we put in little books, you know. The food is like books, and the body has to read the book, and whatever story is in that food, your body is going to read and manifest. So if you're putting in a scary horror story from an animal that went through a slaughterhouse, or some crazy lab product that comes in a package at the store, you know, that's the sort of information that your body is going to be, you know, reading and expressing. So if you want to have a body that would be associated with a, you know, a love story or a, you know, a happy ending, you want to go with the fruits and vegetables because they came from, you know, Mother Nature. And I mean, what better story could you want than, you know, beautiful fresh fruits and vegetables in your, you know, for your body to express.
I love that. I wrote that down because I will definitely steal that. So when you guys see me talking about that, it's from Matt.
Yes.
But I'm going to say it's mine. Food is like books. Yes. It's information.
Yes.
For ourselves, literally. It's what our DNA is going to be made of, and our kids' DNA. And exactly. It's so okay. So Sherry, shout out to Sherry. What's up, boo? What's up, boo?
Sherry's gonna be mad that I didn't post the link in the comments. I tried, Sherry. It didn't work.
I'll post the link. No, just kidding. I don't know how to do that either. Okay, so Sherry just knows how to do everything, and we don't. We are not worthy, Sherry. We're not as smart as you, really. Okay, so tell Matt about the quality of food at Woodstock Fruit Festival. I work for the Woodstock Fruit Festival. Awkward. No. Okay, so let's see. The quality of fruit. Well, most of the fruit comes from Miami fruit. A lot of it comes from Miami fruit, which is high quality. But is she telling me this because you were questioning the quality? Is that what's going on here?
I may have. I don't remember for sure, but I may have brought that up to her at some point in the past. Yeah.
Okay, well, listen, it's an event that is extremely difficult to put on. I don't believe that we get any profit from it, honestly. The founder, Mike Arnstein, it's like a passion project for him. You know, it's just out of love that he hosts this. And so, that's awesome. Yeah, and honestly, so sometimes like the quality, it's really hard to get high quality fruit for 600, 700, 800 people, you know? So, you know, listen, it's not the best quality I've ever had in my life, everything, but some things have been the absolute best quality of my life, for sure. And I will go every single year, no matter what. And if anybody's interested in going, DM me, I'll give you more information on the Woodstock Fruit Festival. I'll be there every year, every single year.
Nice. And I will say, you know, even if it's not possible to get like the highest quality fruit, I think the quality of the relationships that you build and the quality of the experiences that you have there, I think, you know, and I'm not saying I didn't go because of that reason, because that's not why. It just hasn't worked out for various reasons. And yeah, I think I would love to go, you know, like you, I'm sure you've met a bunch of very close friends that you have now, or you know, you've just had some unbelievable experiences that
my whole life has changed, Matt. My whole life has changed because of Woodstock Fruit Festival. I can honestly say that. I moved to Florida because of Woodstock Fruit Festival. I met my best friends at Woodstock Fruit Festival. I've met, you know, just like family. I now have family all around the world because of Woodstock Fruit Festival. And honestly, maybe the fruit isn't 10 out of 10, but the people are 100 out of 100. Like, you will not go to any place on earth that is like this, and nobody ever wants to leave. It's so sad the last day. You know, we don't want to come back to reality, because it's not reality at all. And so hopefully they might, maybe one day we might move it to Florida. So maybe, I don't know, that would be amazing. So I don't have to go all the way up to New York anymore. So
right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I would for sure go then.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot more people would come, honestly, if they moved it to like a tropical environment, you know, Florida being one of them.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right. So let's see. I thought, was there other questions in here?
Yeah, well, somebody loved the analogy about food being books, and I did too. I'll be stealing that one.
I think I just came up with that, unless I've heard it somewhere before.
I probably said it, and I probably said it first.
Because I was watching your live the other day. That's
yes. Okay, so what month is it in? Oh, Woodstock. Yeah. You also asked me about my colonic referral, like my colonic woman. So Pure Sea Moss, send me a DM and I will send you her information. And what month is it in? Okay, Woodstock is in August. Okay, and if you use my code, you can get $100 off your ticket. So DM me, guys, and I'll hook you up. It's literally a life-changing event. Life-changing. Okay, not even, I used to call it game-changing, but it has truly changed my life. I quit my corporate job. I have a fruit company now. I live in Florida now. I have my best friend lives in Mallorca. Okay, how would I ever meet somebody from Mallorca? You know, like, this is crazy. I don't even know where Mallorca is, you know, so.
I don't either.
I do now. So yeah. And then, yeah, I think that covers the questions. Cool. Oh yeah, we were just saying the quality of the fruit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sherry. Trying to get us in trouble, Sherry.
I know. Let's see. So how do you have any like recommended sources of inspiration that kind of helped you get through, you know, any hard times, or through the transition to natural beauty products, or just not wearing makeup, or even if it didn't you know, revolve around makeup or beauty or anything, just mindset and motivation and getting your life on the path towards your dream life?
Oh, good question. Well, many mentors throughout my life. As far as beauty goes, I didn't have any mentors, but I have a best friend who really has really supported me through everything. And I think that's really important, because honestly, without her, I would have given up, and I wouldn't have been strong enough to do so many of the things that I've done that have scared me, you know? Like, for example, you know, even going to like a fruit festival alone, I normally would be so scared, but she pushed me to go, you know, because she knew that I needed to experience that and break free. So I really recommend, you know, if you have good people in your life like that, like best friends or relatives or whatever, hang out with them as much as possible. Okay, people that support you no matter what. Like, even if they're like, you're doing good and they're doing bad, but they support you during that time that you're doing good and they're not doing so good, that's a real friend. You know, if somebody is there for you and is so happy for you, and even when they're not doing great, that's the key. And so my best friend, she really helped me, especially when I was, you know, feeling very ugly and very unattractive. And she would always remind me, you know, she would always say like how beautiful I was, and just remind me who I am and what my life purpose is, and just remind me who I am, because a lot of us have forgotten who the fuck we are. Yes. You know, like why we were put here. And you talked about our spacesuit. You know, this is just a spacesuit. This is not who we really are. Yeah. Okay. Because if you've ever, and this is really morbid, but if you've ever seen a dead body, that is not that person anymore. Okay. Right. Like, they have left. Their soul has left. And, you know, I experienced that with my sister. Like, they made me identify her body, and it wasn't her anymore. I was like, oh my gosh, I got it. I finally understood why they call it a spacesuit. And so that's another reason why we need to really understand what's important in life, and why we're here. You know, find out what we're passionate about, what we love to do, and how we can help people. Those three things combined is our life purpose. And we need to go after that, no matter how scary it is to, you know, quit your job or change careers or, you know, change, things you're studying in school, maybe go to school for something else. It's scary. Remember, we started this live by talking about how scary and hard it is to change, but it's the only way. It's the only way out of your situation is to take that leap of faith and just be scared. Do it anyway. Do it scared. You know, it's funny, when I started my channel, Ms.FitVegan, for 3 years, I never posted a photo of myself. For 3 years, okay? Or more, wait, so 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, yeah, more than that. So like 5 years, okay? So like 5 years, I was just posting these vegan memes and just pictures of fruit and just like vegan stuff. But I was so embarrassed to post a photo of myself because I thought I was so ugly. Now, remember, I had healed my acne. I was healed. I didn't have any more acne, but I still inside felt ugly. So for 5 years, as a beautiful raw vegan icon, I hid behind these vegan memes, and I never started my YouTube, okay? I never wrote any books or tried to inspire people, really, because I just felt like, who would want to look like me? You know, I'm not fit. I'm not the most beautiful person. I don't have the biggest butt. I don't have the smallest waist. I don't have the nicest teeth. I don't have the nicest hair, you know? Like all this stuff. And guess what? Doesn't even matter. I still don't have the nicest anything. I'm not the most perfect anything. But guess what? It's not about me. It's about the people that I might help. So yes, I work out now every single day on Instagram Live. I put myself out there. I make videos. I go on lives with raw vegan icons like Matt. Okay, and maybe one day somebody's going to benefit from that, and that's all that matters. We got to stop thinking about it's about us. It's not. Yeah. That's ego. That's ego.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think you've already achieved that milestone. You've definitely helped at least, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say at least one person because it's been a lot of people. So, you know, I love your watermelon workouts for one. That's such a great idea. I did a watermelon workout on a YouTube video. I think it was on my first YouTube channel.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Matt.
No, but I stole it from you before, you know, because I heard you talk about it and then I did it. So.
Wait, really? You did a watermelon workout?
Yeah, it was like a weird YouTube video that I did.
I'm taking you to Raw Vegan Court, Matt. That's it. No way. I'm taking you to Woodstock Fruit Festival Court. That's it. That's it. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Dude, I love the watermelon workouts because, well, somebody said it was my legacy. I think that's hilarious to think about. But I love it because, first of all, it shows you that you don't need a gym. You don't need a trainer. You don't need equipment. Okay. Yeah. I also love watermelon workouts because it's awkward. Like holding a watermelon is awkward, and I feel it's a better workout. Like where in nature would you have these perfect weights, you know? Yeah. The watermelon, you get a way better workout, and it's fun. And if it falls, you get to eat it, you know? And it has smashed before, for sure.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I'm gonna send you that video when I find it.
Please. Oh my God, I will die laughing at somebody else doing a watermelon workout. It will be amazing.
I know. So, but yeah, I only did it once. So you took it and ran with it. I just, you know, I missed the boat.
Maybe I stole it from you. I've never seen anybody else do it before me, but I have seen people do it after me. So
right. All right. I'm gonna leave that trophy to you, obviously.
Number one.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is there anything else that we can cover about, I mean, raw vegan beauty or just a healthy mindset, just self-confidence? I mean, I think a lot of people look to you and see a confident, beautiful raw vegan, and after they've listened to this, I'm sure
the most beautiful, Matt. The most beautiful.
Yeah, I forgot. Yep. And so I'm sure they've heard this story, and they're more inspired now because they see that you didn't just always feel this way. And so, yeah, I mean, do you have any like last tips of advice, or, you know, just a recap of the important things that you think people should take away from this live?
Yeah, I think that everybody should know that Matt stole my watermelon workout. So whenever you see him doing anything with a watermelon, okay, I know he posts photos with watermelons too. It's like his bio picture, I think, too.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
bullshit, guys. I think you need to understand that I am the watermelon queen, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Always will be. All right, so I actually, hold on. I have I have watermelon accessories everywhere, all day, every day. Matt doesn't have shit with a watermelon in it. He doesn't have a watermelon necklace. He doesn't have a watermelon plate sitting right next to him at all times.
I have a watermelon bowl in my kitchen.
I think bullshit, Matt. I think everybody needs to boycott Matt and go and make sure he never, ever, ever posts another watermelon photo again without my consent and tagging me and also sending people to my link for the bundle. No, just kidding.
I'll send you the royalties. I'll send you the royalties.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say, listen, it's easier than you think. It's easier than you think. The reason is because it's all in your head, everything. I learned this from David Goggins. I'm sure you know who David Goggins is.
I do, yes.
You seem like the type because you're into fitness, you're into mindset, you're into bettering yourself. Yeah. And David Goggins is somebody, he's an author. He wrote the book Can't Hurt Me. And I would recommend this to anyone and everyone on earth. Seriously, it changed my life. It helped me really solidify what I already knew, but I didn't know that I knew. Okay. Hey, Madeline. And by the way, I just want to say Roxel Music. She said a really nice comment about me, and I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. And so, okay, so David Goggins changed my life, and it really helped me with my fitness, especially because I was always like telling myself, I should have known better, but I was always saying, I hate working out. I hate training. I'm so lazy. You know, I hate sweating. It's not part of my DNA. You know, I'm lazy. You know, yeah, I eat raw foods, but I never had the body of my dreams, and I still don't. You know, I'm working on it. And so I'm trying to get in the best shape of my life. And so I always thought that I had to like do stuff, like accomplish things, and then show the world and then inspire the world. But that's actually not true. You can start where you're at today, okay, and take the world with you on your journey. I'm working out like Ms.FitVegan. I'm not even fit, okay? But I started the page because I want to get fit. And so it's been, you know, there's some days where I'm just like embarrassed still. And I call myself Ms.FatVegan, okay? Which is silly. I'm not, you know, like I'm really healthy, but I'm still not the fit person that I want to be yet, but that's okay because I'm getting there and I'm putting myself out there and I'm doing hard things every single day. And that's what David Goggins taught me. And yeah, I highly recommend that book, the audio book, especially if you don't know who he is, but I'm sure everyone watching here does. Whether you want to change your diet, your finances, your relationships, your body, it's all starts with the mindset. And even if you do change your diet or your body or your finances, if you don't change your mind, you'll go right back to your original starting place. You'll go back to eating processed food. You'll go back to being lazy, lying on the couch, not working out, spending way more than you earn. You've got to change your mindset first. A great place to start is check out David Goggins. He'll fuck with you. He'll shake you. He'll shake you up. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Who are some of your mentors, Matt? I just want to know real quick.
Yeah. So when I first kind of got into, you know, looking into self-development and just improving myself, Les Brown. Are you familiar with Les Brown?
Oh, I love Les Brown.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was probably the #1 guy that I listened to. I just loved his story, and I just loved the way he talks, and it was just really inspiring to me. So yeah, I mean, so many of the things that he says, you know, somebody's opinion of you does not have to become your reality is one thing that I really held on to, and that even goes for yourself. You know, if you
I was just gonna say that.
If you have a poor opinion of yourself, that does not, you have to learn how to, you know, change your perspective and see your potential and how you can change your life. Because we can all change our lives if we, change our perspective. And, for me, I would always think, I mean, one thing that really was like a kind of a light bulb moment for me was just realizing how, you do some things, or how do I want to say this? So I would just think, like, if I started going to like medical school, I could be a doctor in whatever 6 years or something, like, and I would just, if I put myself to that and I just went and enrolled in the classes, pretty soon I would be a doctor. And so it really just comes down to taking action. And whatever you take action towards, you can achieve. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think I explained that well, but it's just like something that that I just kind of held on to, was that the more I put myself towards, something, and I commit myself to it, the closer I will get to that, even if it's a little ways down the road. Even if it's not perfect right now, if I continually just keep my vision focused on what I want, then eventually it's going to happen. And that's why I read health books all the time. I've read so many health books, and I used to hate reading. I never, like, other than what I was assigned to read in high school, that's the only thing that I would read. I would never read anything else for pleasure or for anything else. So now I love to read. It's just it just adds so much quality to my life, and I learn so much, and then I can apply it to my life, and then I can have personal experience, and then I can really speak about it with conviction and help to inspire other people. And so I really encourage people to find people that can inspire them, do the work that you're wanting to, just take steps towards what you want to achieve, and stick with it. Be determined, stay focused. Don't give up if things don't go perfectly the whole time.
And things won't go perfectly.
Exactly.
Ever. So you're going to have to keep going if you want to get to the result.
Yes. And just, find good influences, and besides Les Brown, I really like Jim Rohn. He was also another one that I just completely fell in love with, and I would just listen to him nonstop for weeks at a time.
Me too. I so many Jim Rohn quotes just live inside my soul. The first one that came to mind just now is, don't major in minor things.
Yeah.
Okay. I live my life like this. And this is exactly what we were talking about with the beauty standard thing. We're majoring in minor things. What we look like really is minor compared to our big purpose here.
Right.
So what's one of your favorite Jim Rohn little ditties that he does?
Oh man, I love his jokes.
He's so funny. He's so funny.
I love how he talks.
His accent, the nuances in his voice.
Yes.
Guys, check out Jim Rohn, ROHN on YouTube, and also Les Brown. Listen, for 2 years, and then I'll let you go, Matt. For 2 years, I listened to this audio called Recondition Your Mind for Success. And it's on YouTube. It's Les Brown. And from 2017 to 2019, and I need to listen to it because it literally reconditioned my subconscious. And I started setting goals for the first time in my life. I started going towards instead of just being a wage slave for the rest of my life, working dead end jobs and just paying bills and going to sleep and then waking up to work to pay bills and go to sleep again. I started living a different kind of life because of this audio. Recondition Your Mind for Success, Les Brown. It will change your life. It will change your life.
I love it. Yeah.
Yes.
I was looking at, I've got some Les Brown DVDs in my house here that I ordered.
What's a DVD? Oh, Matt, how old are you? Ew.
I'll be 79 next week, so.
Raw intuition. That's the 5-star digestion right there, guys.
Right. That is right.
Yes.
So yeah, those guys were a huge influence on me. And then, just took that message and ran with it. And I think the practice of listening to motivational speakers like Les Brown and Jim Rohn, on a daily basis,
Yeah.
I think starting your day off with a really positive, inspiring message is super powerful and super important. And it really, you know, I personally, I don't know if it's because I listen to those videos like, honestly, I listen to them all day long. I would have my headphones in, like I'd be at work or just at home, and I would have my headphones in. Oh,
Sorry.
I hope that wasn't a mason jar.
No, we're okay.
All right, good. But yeah, so I mean, I would listen to it nonstop, like over and over, even if it was the same video. And
Yes.
and now I do think that is a large part as to why I am so focused, and just it's so easy for me to stay committed to
There's a lot of stuff going on here.
doing what I need to do to make my life better and to make other people's lives better. Are you okay?
I'm having an earthquake here.
I see
live
that.
On Instagram. You don't know how hard it is to set up for Instagram for me. I don't know. Okay. Yeah.
Fine.
So whatever you're listening to over and over again is what your mind's going to become. Whatever you're doing in the gym over and over again is what your body's going to look like. Whatever you're eating over and over again is what your health is going to be. It's just the reps. Life is reps.
Yep.
Exactly what Matt just said. It's not hard. Like, everything is actually really like simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. The simple stuff, you know, the bicep curls, the push-ups, the squats, the planks, right? The audio books, the fruit, the vegetables. This is how you change your life. This is how you change the way you look. This is how you change everything. You just put in the reps. And even if you don't feel like doing something, like sometimes I don't feel like listening to positive audio. Honestly, I want to listen to my old, like, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. So I want to listen to my old music, my Lil Wayne and my Jay-Z. But I don't listen to that stuff anymore because it doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve me. It's fun once in a while in the car, but audiobooks, it's like life-changing. And these YouTube videos, motivation, inspiring things, positive things, they help me stay positive. Same, Matt. Like, I'm listening to stuff all day long. If I didn't have a roommate, I would be blasting David Goggins and all my stuff all day. But I put in my headphones.
Yep. On the same page as always. So,
what was the turning point? Was it one thing? I don't know. Is that a question for Matt or for me? But Matt, can you just answer that real quick? I know you have to go, or we don't have to go.
Well, I would say my turning point, and I mean, I could pinpoint it on a few different things, but I think a big thing is just how good I feel, you know, how good that I felt. I noticed how my brain fog lifted. I noticed how much more energy that I had. I noticed my negative thinking was dissolving, and I was starting to feel more love for myself, and I was feeling more excited for life, and I just wanted to go do things that would better myself and help other people in the process. And so I think understanding, you know, that the way that I had been eating was really making a huge shift in my life in like so many different areas. And so I just I knew, you know, my intuition, my raw intuition just clicked on, and it told me that you are on the right path. And so that's how I really find truth, is if my intuition is really on point and it's you know, it's pointing in that direction. I know that that's the truth, even if, you know, the TV tells me that I need my milk for calcium. I kind of know that that's not the case. So
yes. So I'm going to answer that question on my channel. I'm going to let Matt go. I'm going to let him be free in the world. We've been on here for an hour and a half. I can't believe it. I'm so sorry, Matt.
no,
I just saw the time. And so, yeah, if you guys want to know the turning point in my life that made me go from a standard American sad eater to a beautiful raw vegan with a raw vegan beauty book, check out my live. I'm going to start one right after this. Thank you, Matt, so much.
Thank you. And everybody else, remember, the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle is only available until November 1st. So we're winding down here. We're getting close to the end. Go to Jeanette's link in her bio and click the link and get that package. and you're going to have so many recipe books and courses and, you know, just education to learn how to do this lifestyle, and you're going to love it. So definitely do that and let us know how it has changed your life, you know, once you've gone through that, and we would love to hear it.
Yes, you can also find the link in Matt's bio as well, but only either of our bios. Don't click anybody else's link in anybody else's bio, okay?
That's true. Good
That
point.
money goes to Pfizer. No, I don't.
Yes,
I don't.
exactly.
I'm just kidding. Okay, thank you so much, Matt. I'll let you go. You're awesome. Let's do this again.
Can't wait.
Awesome. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye.
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 Bye, guys.